forced into my mind this made up glow. Now I've set free my mind. I let it go. If this life should last forever, at least we are together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. Anywhere, whenever, apart but still together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. It's not a glow. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. Spinning ball earth. I now know that you're fake. Deceived since birth. I'm no longer being played. If this life should last forever, at least we are together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. Anywhere, whenever, apart but still together. I know I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. It's not a glow. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. I'm not alone. Alone. Not alone. I'm not alone. Not alone. Not alone. We know it's not a glow. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. We know it's not a glow.
All right, what is going on, everyone? We are here on Steve JMO's backup channel, and we're gonna hit it off here with Brian. Got my good man here. We were just on his channel. I'd like to thank you for bringing all these people over here. But real quick, the reason we're on the backup channel is because YouTube decided to file through some of my older videos, and I thought I did a pretty good job at cleaning out the the things that may trigger an algorithm, but they found something in a video from like 4 years ago and load me up with a second strike. So on the main, we won't be able to go live for another like 10 days maybe, which kind of stinks because I've just had a little run-in with some health issues and I won't be able to work as much as I would like to, but we got the backup channel to go live with, and sooner or later, much sooner than later, we're gonna get the Rockfin wheel rolling, and we'll take off from there. But in the meantime, if anyone would like to donate, the link is in the description, the PayPal. If there are other ways you would like to donate, just let me know in the chat, and I'll send those links as well. They should be in the description somewhere.
Austin's already asking for your Patreon. You need to plug that shit too. So where's the link for that?
Oh yeah, bro, that's a good idea. I forgot about Patreon. Patreons are so hard to keep up with because it's just hard to upload. I feel like content. It's easy to go live. Don't get me wrong, but uploading stuff is kind of interesting there. So let me throw that in there. Let me get my Patreon login. I'll throw it in the chat in just a minute. But let me go through the chat. We've had a lot of people waiting beforehand. Threw some people on the screen earlier, but Catherine M, Truth Seeker.
You want me to give a shout out? Why don't I give a shout out where you get your links and shit?
All right, hey, even Ceiling Fan Man can shout them out. You shouting out? He's shouting.
Oh, yeah, Ceiling Fan Man will do it. You're on shout duty.
What? I just got here. I already have a job. What's going on? All right,
YouTube shout out,
buddy. feel like we just did this. Okay. It's in a loop. Okay, so we've got J Street, yo. Steve JMO is here. Austin is here. Or Awesome Austin, flip them however you want. Chicago artist, shout out to you. Admiral Titan Entertainment, that sounds fantastic. DJ is here. Edward DeSoto. And then we've got EQA. Not quite sure there. That's awesome. EQA. Miss Mays. Miss Mays is here 3 times. Sweet. This must be her clones. DJ again. Cinch Man. Do you like that? I flipped my staff a bit there, Cinch Man. I'll have to get better. Jenny T.I. Murphy is here. Retro Roman Doomsday Simulation Channel. I am never typing your name in the chat, but good to see you. When I'm on my phone, there's no way I'm getting all those letters in there. That's fantastic. Okay, and then we've got Mike D for life with some Y's in there. My little guys here.
Someone spotted a Yeti. Interesting.
Say what?
That's what it says in the chat. Sorry, I have to run.
I'm still shouting. Wow.
May have spotted a Yeti. Gonna go bag it. Well, let us know how that works out.
Yeah, you better document this shit. I want to see this.
Yeah, this kid better be going live, bro.
Nice. All right. I'll keep an eye on that. Sue Finelli in the house.
You might have to cut this short tonight.
That's fine.
He might be taking calls.
That's what Lorena Bobbin said. Let's see. Danny. Nobody knows that reference anymore. Danny DJ.
Dude, nobody's even half as old as you. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
The glasses keep falling down, Brian.
Oh, yeah. I'm
having that issue. Let's see, where were we? Sarah Breslin's here, and there's Try D is here. Julio Lua is here. Let's see, Heather Phillips, Jonathan Capala. I think I said that right. Yeti Barbecue. Oh, he's found a restaurant, I guess. Or is that what he's going to do to it when he finds it? No, don't eat it. Make friends with it and figure out how the portals work. What's next? Stopping traffic in my... What?
Keep going. Just keep going. Steve, slap the banner up while he's going for the phones.
Slap it up, Steve. So I'll go faster. Is that what you're telling me, boss? Kim
No,
Ray
you don't
here.
have to. They're on a delay anyways. I have this timed out perfectly. I've been doing this for 12 years, if you didn't know. Continue.
I was used to watch the other guy with one E. So Kim Ray is here. Stopping traffic in my Rasta hat. That's fun to say. Never going to type, but fun to say. Jennifer Kiesling, Gabby Happy, Emilio's Man. Where are they? I don't know, but they might be here. Jim Malone. Oh, this is before we were here. Okay. So Jams Out is here. And let's see. Retro Roman. Oh, I said that one. Okay. Stupid is here. Good to see you. Karen B. Nice to see you, Karen. And maybe I should scroll down. I'm way back in the past, but so are they. Call for zero.
What does the past even mean anymore? Is it?
Right? Well, God lives in all times at once. So what the heck? What does that even mean? We can only live in the present. Oh, it's over. Then we've got let's see. Lucky is here. And realize. I hope I said that in the right order. And then Natalie Rankla is here, and Israel Adams, and Ann Foster, and I think I got most everyone. If I missed you, jump in there and I'll say your name.
Phones are open, guys. 978-435 0006. The number's on the bottom of the screen. Give us a ring, Don Dutchie.
Don't embarrass me.
Oh,
that's a nice pooch. Be ashamed if somebody like me had to kidnap it from you.
Look at you. You just stay in your little box up there in the top corner.
Just see an arm reach down.
Yeah, right. Did he find the portal? Better not have.
That's funny stuff. But yeah, guys, give us a call through Brian's number. We'll be glad to. If you have any questions on what we were just talking about, or anything else you want to add, just want to say hi. It's all open. And
Yep.
I mean, in the meantime, I think I'm just going to share some just photos and
cool.
And just non audio videos. Oops, that's not the screen share button. That's the stop camera button. Even I, the
What am I hearing in
professional.
the background? Who is that?
I think it's Mississippi Fan Man trying out a new thing on her sewing machine. Are you all right down there? Okay,
We're
it was
fine.
supposed to make that
Very
noise.
low.
We're good.
I could hear it. It's very low. It's no big
I'll
deal.
mute it anyways. It's good. So go ahead.
Oopsies. Get that out of here.
Put a fucking muzzle on your face.
He keeps inviting me on these shows and then yells at me. Yeah, okay. You masochist.
This is Steve's show. I didn't invite you.
Yeah, I invited you.
Says the guy that just had me on the last one, whatever, and told me to come over here.
What in the past? I thought we didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
Is
there is
a
no
past?
past.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
always been on Steve's show here.
Oh, whatever.
There's more of the buildings. Yeah,
Everyone's dressed the same. Did they all
You
go to the
noticed
same
that.
costume outfit place?
the thing I want to know is right here, incredible buildings, incredible bridge. You got a rowboat. That's the technology you people really had. Look, horses. Can't get them over there. No cars. If you're building structures like this, you should be having the Mazda or the Ferrari M80 or something, ridiculous.
But why would they even spend all the resource to build on the other side of this water? And you know what I mean? Now you got to build canals and bridges and all that in addition to everything else.
Yeah. In addition to it all. It's absolutely incredible. And thank you for that donation, DJ. I appreciate that.
Do you want to back it up, Steve, just for a second?
Yeah.
Since no one's called in yet. Call in. Give him a ring dong dutchie. Oh, wait, that's the wrong
Phones
show.
are open. We'll keep sharing and talking until you guys call, but we're waiting for the call. So
That
call
bridge,
in.
when he comes up on the bridge, I think you've gone past it. We were just looking at it.
I just went back.
When he goes under the bridge. Yeah, right here. Where are the light bulbs as we come close to it?
Exactly.
How does that thing light up? There's no bulbs.
And you'll see these all lit up, but in reality, it's just more stone. These little balls here, stone balls light up like it's
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I don't see light bulbs.
Incredible. And whatever this is, whatever. And you see the brick. You literally see the bricks here. Nice. That little detail,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Natalie, that'll be fine. It was just a different situation last night, but that'd be cool. And I get the phone right here, guys. I don't know what Steve calls this show, but we're hanging out. Who's this?
Yeah, Mr. Stephanie. You can call me Stevie.
Susie?
Stevie.
Oh, what's up?
Stephanie, Stevie.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up?
What's up, Stephanie?
What's
So
going
I've
on,
been
Steph?
listening to you for a long time, Ceiling Fan Man.
This is
Can you
Stephanie.
hear me okay?
I didn't hear all of it. Is it Steffi?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, been watching y'all for a while.
Awesome.
And some of the
yeah.
big questions I have is about the trolley park, the Luna Park.
Okay, what do you got for that?
Well, there's several different ones. They all seem to be in a very similar layout. And so if you pull up a picture and look at them, there's a certain direction that the people flow into. I think they either go upstairs and down a waterfall, then through some areas that are covered, so almost like a tunnel. Then they move them around, and they've got that spinny deal, the swings
Mhm.
that spin around, usually on an octagon shape, like a gazebo. But they're all very similar. So to me, that's like running currency.
Mm-hmm.
The way they move the people through the parks.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like if you were to get, say, a satellite view of it, you would see like ants just going in a specific trail, not deviating much, just going in that, and somehow they're harnessing that energy. Is that kind of what you're saying?
It's sort of like the mecha block,
Right. Birds are making you go up crystal, then they send you over water, and then they spin you around in a circle. Sounds kind of weird to me.
Yeah, interesting. I like it. What a great idea or a theory.
Like a whole transfer of energy. And like I said, it's like that block there that they do in Mecca. You know, they all go around counterclockwise, and they've done research.
Well, yeah.
It's magnetism
so
as well.
They all seem a very similar layout.
Yeah.
Like they're channeling in the same energy, perhaps.
And that's probably why all the buildings are the same all over the world, because they figured out that this is the way to get the best.
Oh yeah, they're all built with the same frequency.
Yeah.
Also, I live in Oklahoma, which is the Boomer Sooner state. I've grown up with the OU football and realizing since I was young, they celebrate cheaters. Boomer Sooners is the Sooners that jumped the gun to get to the giveaway free land, because no one was out here.
Oh, really? That's what they named the team?
That's the football team. Everybody cheers for the Sooners. Everybody's cheering for the cheaters in this state. It's driven me crazy since I was a kid.
Amazing.
But in the Oklahoma land giveaways, what they did is they opened up 160 acres for people to come and get, right? Do y'all know about the whole land giveaways in the Oklahoma state?
No, I just know of that idea, but no. I do also know about the land auctions and stuff, but no, tell me, please.
Well, they had different ones, and the last ones where they got the Sooners, people coming out and taking the land. A lot of people who wanted it were forcing the government to open it up because they want it in here. But the government gave people, the Indians that wanted to stay, the natives that wanted to stay here in the land that didn't, I guess they played the game. They'd give them 160 acres in an iron bedstead and a mattress. That was their deal. And they would have to build a shelter and fence off the property to claim and stay and live on the property. So even the settlers that would come in would have to build a shelter and improve the property fences. So they started fencing it off in 160 acre increments early on. My thing is, like, iron bedsteads are very interesting. If you ever look at the old ones, they're made of wrought iron or cast iron. So there's swirls and tubes and meetings of places. And so you see a lot of current in just those. And then they're metal with metal springs. And I'm like, why does it seem like we're all sleeping on a recharging station at night? Who came up with the metal springs is the best thing to be under us? Because it's a spiral. It's several spirals.
I have a friend that she's very sensitive to different frequencies in electronics and stuff. And she got rid of her she encouraged us to do it too. I haven't yet, but she got rid of hers with coils and just has one that has none because of that, because it is what do you call it, an electrical charging thing. Exactly. Like we're a bunch of we're like iPhones laying on the station, right?
On the pad. Yeah.
That's why I say they're charging stations or collecting stations, or however you want to see it.
You lay in bed and you plug in your phone and you're doing the same thing right next to it.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's like when I made fun of the people with the pod of the growing their baby as they're watching Matrix 16. It's the same thing. We go, yeah, those dummies, we plug into the phone and then we lay on our charging pod.
Yeah. I'm gonna unplug and I'm gonna unplug right now and get some rest.
Pod in the daytime.
What was that?
No, I said it's like, yeah, I'm gonna unplug now and get some rest.
You guys are funny. You're supposed to talk at the same time. I didn't hear it both times. Okay. Guest first, then Brian. Go ahead.
I was just saying that we get to leave the pods in the daytime. We don't have to stay in the pods like in the Matrix.
Right, but then we're just in the
That's-
Matrix. And what were you saying, Brian?
Oh, we're not talking about telling a joke 3 times because then it's really not going to be funny.
Oh, okay, that makes. I've lived that world. Don't worry.
Because there are some people that heard it. They're going to be like, all right.
Yeah, there we go. All these gigantic, Eiffel Towers all over the world.
Incredible.
And that's another thing. Did they all just spring up in our reality? Because I don't remember. There's literally, I did a video. I don't know. There's hundreds. They're all over.
They're like the Christ of the Redeemer statues, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. And that thing turned into a monster. That thing's gigantic now. The original one. It's huge. And didn't they have that, Steve? Didn't they talk about that? I think in this video, the World's Fair had a gigantic statue. Of course, we just blew that up too, right?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, there you go. What was this here? Like
the statue of the Republic, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Right? I saw that in Star Wars. They had a theme song.
I know what I'm saying. Yeah, doesn't make much sense, but they weren't the good guys.
So we cover everything, Stephanie? She there?
Just one more thing. Y'all have a lot of the radio towers around where you're at, and I don't mean like the new frequency towers, but old school. Because here in Oklahoma, they got the landscape all over.
Yeah.
Well, they change colors, and some of the things I see whenever doing the stories, that red and white on pillars or towers generally means electricity or energy.
Mm-hmm.
The red and white stripes, that's my understanding of it anyway. Well, the towers out here blink white in the daytime, and as the sun sets, they blink red at night. So it's almost
interesting.
And it doesn't make sense to white in the daytime because you can't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think it'd be the opposite, exactly.
But it seems like I don't know, it changes. And I've always thought it was really strange that you would have some blinking white, some blinking red. But when you fly around and look over, they're in weird locations. So you could almost get a Google Maps and start drawing lines to these radio towers and find patterns.
And you'll find, like you said, patterns in the fact that some of them may be on like ley lines, or even just on top of a structure that's underground now. I've seen a lot of that. Yeah,
and AT&T's been changing their posts, because out here there's a lot of gas lines, oil wells, water lines, and so they mark all of them. I don't understand why anyone has an AT&T landline out in the middle of the country anymore. But apparently there's still boxes and they still do it everywhere. But they're changing the colors on their posts. So it's going to brown and kind of a burnt orange and yellow. And yellow usually means gas line. Does any of that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wasn't aware of all the different colors. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're changing up infrastructure.
Yeah. Well, I did another story last night that they want to get rid of all gas appliances now because they think that's probably going to help the planet or whatever we live on.
Take everybody's cooking and heat away. That's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah. What could possibly go wrong? How'd you light that up? What kind of light is in that tube, Stephen?
I don't know. Ceiling fan. This is very interesting.
Both of them. Hey, caller, thank you for the call. I'm going to let somebody else ring in, okay?
Y'all have a great night.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Go ahead, Steve. Talk about the your little glow stick that you got.
His lightsaber.
I mean, it's just very interesting how all the concepts and all the places here have the same outline of the Vatican, Rome, downtown DC. It's all the same exact outline of structures. Moscow, even more, but like you look over here, there's no lights on these. You know, these are just stone pillars along with all this. But we go over here at night, and I mean, where's the spotlight? I don't know. You know, it's very interesting, and they're lighting up all the way to the top, all the way to the top. The little
Yeah,
ball
right
on here.
under the ball on top is lit. How does that lit? It looks like stone, like the rest of the flat Earth community, but it looks stoned on the first picture and clear over here where light goes through.
It's incredible, absolutely incredible. There's another one for you, just completely lit up.
And you can see it's not a reflection on the top where the ball is, because you can actually see that there's a break there.
Yeah, yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. Way out of the timeline they gave us this, and way out. And I've seen in the old world lions everywhere, lions and griffins.
Yellow wolves, you mean?
Them too.
Yo.
Welcome to the show that we don't know.
I don't know what are we gonna call it?
Yeah, what do you call this place, T?
I don't even know.
Where am I? I say that all the time now. Where am I?
Oh man,
it's Lucky. I've been enjoying the show, man.
Hey,
Lucky
Lucky.
Haskins. What's happening, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's a good topic you guys are on tonight, mixing it up a little bit. I'm having a good time watching.
good.
Been sitting here. Yeah, man. Great to see you guys. Good lineup, man. It's a good show. What I wanted to comment on is, and I know some of you have heard this or you're already aware, but it hasn't come up tonight. And I've been watching Steve shuffle through the maybe 100 photos now, and I've been, I'm the guy that's always telling you guys I'm a long time sky watcher. So I've been looking at the sky in every one of these pictures, and it's just like it's non-existent, like it's painted out, right? So I was wondering if you guys wanted to comment on that a little bit and talk about some theories in all of these old photos. Where's the sky? There's not a cloud. It's just usually just a fuzz, So what did they do? Did they paint? Did they Photoshop all of these photos, or were the skies just always just this dismal gray, or what does everybody figure we're looking at here in all these old photos when it comes to the sky?
I would almost have to say they would have to tell us it's an exposure thing, but otherwise you're absolutely right. It makes no sense that you see nothing. So
yeah.
The way the cameras work back then.
Were they full? What's that?
Maybe they're trying to explain. I don't know. I've never heard the theory, but maybe they explain it away by the limits of the camera lenses back in the day. You couldn't see it. I don't know.
Sure, that would of course probably be the go-to response, right? I mean, the older cameras just couldn't pull out the sky, but it's just a very consistent issue, and it almost makes you wonder, were the skies full of Zeppelins, maybe, or were they perhaps chemtrailed out, right? I mean, and they just can't have us seeing that. I mean, I don't know. But it's one of the things, as I've kind of told some of you guys, I'm an outside guy from birth and a longtime sky watcher, and so as y'all were flipping through these photos, I was just paying a lot of attention to the skies and just going. And I've noticed this before, and I'm sure like Steve has noticed it before, he's doing this kind of research. You just don't find any pictures where the sky looks real in any way, or, like CFM could be exposure, but I find it to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. No, and I'm on board with you. I'm only using that example as maybe that's what they can explain it away, because otherwise you're absolutely right. When I think back of all the things that I've looked into, and most of them I watched on Steve's show, the pictures, they never have anything in the sky, really. I've always been fixated more on the buildings and things. I do a lot of my own sky watching, and I never have problems seeing different clouds. The fact you can't see anything on here is very interesting and perplexing. I agree.
It is. Well, it is, because in some pictures you can see buildings for miles and miles and miles, day or night, but yet you can't see directly above you in the sky. You couldn't even make out a cloud pattern if you wanted to. So either there, like you said, there's been some
some editing out of there. It could have been Zeppelins, could have been other flying mechanisms, because I think that we have regressed incredibly in our technological
What if
journey.
would have his power and everything? And I know a lot of the speculation, but maybe it comes right from the ether. What if that's visible? Whatever
Yeah,
they use to power all this would be visible. Like
they wouldn't want us to see that. Like maybe some sort of like honeycomb grid in the skyline, perhaps. You know.
yeah.
You could, yeah, all interesting ideas. But it certainly seems, very suspect to me.
Well, there could definitely. There's
And,
also the possibility that a lot of them could be artificial creations on AI creations as well too. There's a mixture of everything that could be possible.
Jennifer has a question in the chat. Is there any pictures of these in the winter in the snow? Because I don't remember seeing that much either.
Well, the funny thing is the expositions were only open between like April and maybe October, September. Little 6-month span. They tore them down right as they ended. And there's I haven't seen any concrete photographical or video evidence of them putting these up in said winter before, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, if AI is listening, like they always are, let's get some snow pictures ASAP. Now that'd be great.
Yeah, you don't see very many snow photos at all when it comes to old photographs. It's just not very common to see snow.
6 months from now, you'll find thousands on the internet now.
What about this? What about this picture, Steve? Are we seeing a little bit of a haze in the sky in this picture? It looks like there's a couple different.
There is actually. There's a couple. Yeah. I don't know if
it's already starting. Lucky,
but yeah, it's honestly, you're getting some like straight angles up here. Maybe there is just like pyramids in the distance they didn't want you to see. Fuck it, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Could be. No, you're right.
It's hard to say, man. Of course, it like you said, Steve. I'm with you 100%. We've regressed. I would say that humanity's at perhaps its all-time low point, unless it is cyclical. Then we're at a low point again, right? If they keep playing the same trick over and over, like Brian alludes to, which is very likely. But humanity is at an incredible low point. And not only is it idiocracy, and I don't think people really realize that we're truly at idiocracy. But I mean, look, we just had an election with the hair sniffer and Mr. Grab him by the right, Mr. Grab him by the snippy and the hair sniffer, and then we're drinking stuff like Dr. Pepper. I was just laughing about a Dr. Pepper ad I saw, and it said 23 flavorful flavors, and you deserve them all. Now, once you realize how evil these people are that produce this stuff, and then you look at that ad, that's pretty freaking sinister, You deserve them all. I mean, that is straight out of Idiocracy, right?
Yeah.
We're there, man. We're not.
Idiocracy was there. A year or two ago. That movie, like, those people would be laughing at us at this point, I feel.
Yeah, we're there. We're beyond Idiocracy. Absolutely, man. It's totally insane.
We're the poor sequel that'll come out. We're the poor sequel.
yeah. So, of course, I think humanity's at a very low point. And when you look at the world fairs and the technology and all that, I mean, we're nowhere near that point anymore. And then, hey, while I got you guys here, and this kind of specifically goes out to Brian, I've yet to been able to remember to mention this, but all of your research regarding the towers, the 9/11, those towers, right?
Yeah.
There is a building that I have noticed has strange since I was a young man. In my teens, I started working at this building in Detroit called the Renaissance Center. Some of you may have heard of it or seen it. And it is like 5 towers. It's a beautiful building. It was a huge deal when Detroit built it. And I worked in this building for years, and it has always been almost entirely vacant. And all of that vacancy is carefully hidden from the public to make it look like this hustle and bustle building, right? You get on the elevators, there's like 70 floors that you can't even stop at.
And because I was
and because I was working in the trades, I was able to get in all the back hallways and catacombs and just massive, massive floors, just completely empty, massive amounts of and so, you know, they disguised it by the first couple floors. There's some, you know, little shops and little stores, things like that. So it kind of feels like you're in a mall. But I'm telling you that when your research, you know, regarding 9/11 started coming into my world, I was immediately thinking of all the years I've been in that tower. And so I would put that on the list of a possible event, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. If there was a building in Detroit if there's a building in Detroit that was built for impact and to come down, that's the one, because it is almost always mostly vacant. A few offices here and there, but it's just one giant glass. You know, it's famous for one of the things it's kind of famous for is it has elevators on the outside of the building, which are incredibly spooky when you ride them, right?
Yeah.
Because you're on the outside of the building.
That's just more of showcasing, like, look, there's actually people here, and all they got to do is the same trick they did with the Trade Center and put some stuff on the top that's legit, like an observation deck and a restaurant, and send people up and down, but not let them off in between. And you know the trick.
That's
and then,
exactly what they do there.
Did they do anything like they did with the Trade Center? Is there a train station or a subway right next to it to bring traffic in, or is it right? You know. That's what they did.
No, Detroit doesn't have subways and trains and stuff. It's just buses. You know, Detroit does not have good transit. They made that thing called the People Mover a while back. That does stop there, but the People Mover never really gained in popularity, basically because it doesn't leave the downtown area. So it's more like you still got to come downtown and park, and then you can ride around to a few different things on the People Mover. You know, just to like. It'll take you like to over near the baseball diamond and then back downtown into Coble Hall and things like that. So it was really just a big expensive flop. But it's right on the main road and it's got parking structures and stuff. And it's right on the riverfront. It's Detroit's, you know, probably one of their premier buildings. You know, if you look at if you just Googled the Detroit skyline, you'd see the RenCen standing there right on the river, right across from Windsor, Ontario. And yeah, you take them glass elevators on the outside up to the top floor, and there's a rotating restaurant on the very top floor.
Of course,
so like you said,
there you go.
Yeah, so people you're going from the
look at this restaurant, look at our great glass elevators, but in reality, there's nothing else going on in the building, and then all they're gonna have to do is hit it before the time those places open. Nothing suspicious happens, nobody's inside, and there you go, done deal. Let's knock it down. And now all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people died. Easy. Easy peasy.
That's it. I just kind of always wanted to mention that because, I mean, this is something that I was taking note of, you know, as a younger man and going, why would they, you know, not thinking along these lines, but just thinking, why did they build this thing if they don't need it? You know what I mean? Man, it's this massive structure and it's virtually empty, you know? You know, I could have wandered off for weeks and disappeared in there had I wanted to. It was literally just empty floors after empty floors and empty hallways and really just insane. So I think it's another good example, and it's a really fancy building. If any of you are not familiar with it, maybe just Google it and put it on your radar.
Cool. So, all right,
but that's about it.
Lucky. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the call.
It was good talking to you.
Yeah, it was a great phone call.
Yeah, man. I'm going to keep listening, so I'll enjoy the rest of the show. You guys take care.
Right. Sounds good, brother. Thank you.
Can I address a few things in the chat, Brian?
Dress them up.
Oh, wait, Steve. Sorry.
I guess I'm running shit.
Yeah, forget you, Brian. First of all, let's see. Where was it? So the people discussing the Simpson thing with the trucks. I just want to make sure everyone realizes that some of this quote misinformation is to also make us look bad, those of us in like the truth community. So the Simpson thing, it doesn't take much to look into. They're two separate episodes and different seasons or whatever. They've been spliced together to make it look like it's the truckers in Canada. And then somebody added some really poor audio in it. So it's completely made up. So if you see that or people are sharing it, let's get the word out that that's just a way to make us look, Austin, just to make us look silly. So that's the first thing. The other one, Jennifer, again, with the, are there birds in these pics? Again, Steve, I don't remember seeing birds. in
Me
any of
neither.
these photos. So that's interesting. Even if it's a trick of the light, how do you get the birds missing? And then the last thing I was going to say, if I could share screen real quick, I'll show you this.
Wow.
What is that? Is that good?
No, you're good. I just saw a crazy picture on my screen, but
So someone had mentioned Dr. Zhivago. There's pictures of, see all these guys in the snow. So these would be old, buildings that we talk about in the snow. Only you also get this, where it talks about how Hollywood fakes the winter. So when I look through these pictures, I don't know. Sure looks like a movie set to me.
They don't look
I have
awfully cold.
Right? They don't exactly. And I understand it was a movie, but supposedly if it was filmed here and it snowed there, it doesn't look it to me. Sorry. So once again, this to me is not proof that we have pictures of these buildings in snow when it looks, that's a snow-covered house. So, I don't know. It just doesn't look realistic to me.
No, I feel you,
So,
man. It's
you
all
feel me?
It's all a movie set. Oh, we're feeling you. We're
Right.
feeling
All right. So there we go. Sweet.
good stuff.
Good look.
Ones are open.
979. Oh, sorry.
Step
Look
on
at
me
this.
now.
Look at this photograph, ceiling fan. This is all Rome, by the way. Rome, 1860. Incredible.
You know what, family? And you trying to step to me, nigga?
Ooh, he said flat Earth niggas.
I
Remember when
Did you-
that was a thing?
know how to
Bro?
respond.
Was that
He
a-
doesn't even know how to respond to being called the N-word.
No, I said I actually had a bite of food, but did you hit the hard R? Be careful.
No, I did not, as I couldn't even do it if I tried. I'm from Boston.
Oh dear, that's awesome. Well, like you were saying, ceiling fan, wherever there's old world devastated looking buildings, like some of this stuff, precious water around is always right down the street, and it's somehow flowing out of the side of these.
What's the name of the show, Steve?
It's a reality fucking shifting realm. I don't know.
What?
Reality fucking shifting realm by Steve JMO. Who's this?
Hey, how's it going? My name is Mike.
What's up, dude?
Hi, Mike.
That was good. I've been watching you guys for probably like a month. And honestly, whenever I watch you guys, it's like the only time I feel sane and grounded.
Yeah, man.
I feel
We
you.
know
bro.
how that goes, dude. We all
do
feel
feel
that.
you.
All
Yep.
of us. Those that make
Yep.
the shows too. Like not just you guys. Like we need all you guys to be sane. Help us be sane too. So we get it.
Yeah, because if I didn't have this show, I'd drive my wife crazy, and that wouldn't be good for either one of us. This is a release for me. I get to talk about these crazy thoughts in my head, and people actually listen and don't walk away. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially you, ceiling fan, man, in your Friday night shows. I just started watching Steve like last week probably.
Oh, good
I
looks.
don't have really anything cool to add, other than in those pictures, looking at the old world buildings, the lion that represents gold, and then the eagle represents Mercury, and then the griffin is those two elements together.
Oh,
Wow.
I think I remember that from that the
Wow.
Elon.
And that's what they use everywhere, bro, is gold, and inside those spires on top, it's been theorized, but I think it's been proven by now is red mercury up in those joints,
and he said he had nothing to offer to the show. That's huge.
Right, that's great stuff, brother.
I
Good
think
stuff.
that's how they powered the buildings. There's something to do with electricity.
Well,
Well,
I think
the last
Mercury-
caller, Stephanie, the light went red and white. Isn't that the same kind of idea?
That's the same concept, yeah.
Yeah.
You get glowing gold, that'd be like almost like a crescent white, but yeah, the mercury would definitely be red. And in the stuff they've done with mercury over the years, the test with the garlic, it repels itself against garlic. It's absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
That was
something
weird
to
watching
it.
that. I've seen that, and that's
Yeah.
really wild. I mean, it really repels it big time.
Big time. And
It's really cool.
yeah. It's similar to like
I got
those
the money in my
vampire stories. It's very
Exactly.
very interesting.
Oh yeah. And I've never done anything like this before. It's funny when I was dialing in the number, my heart was like throbbing and I could feel it beating in my chest.
Been there, done that, yo.
Gone. It was like I'm calm, but I had to walk away from the stream though because it's tripping me up. You so far in the past.
And you said it's Mike, right? Am I
Yeah.
remembering this right? Okay.
Yep, yep.
So first of all, same thing. And I started calling into Brian's show. That's how I started. And then I started making my own things. And then one time when I was doing a stream, my wife popped on camera for just like 2 seconds to say hi and had to go downstairs and sit down because it was, there's some people they don't do this. And so I totally get feeling nervous and not. There's so many people that don't even ever call in. So you made it through there. And next thing you know, who knows? You'll be making your own show. I think MK Ultra is a guy in the chat now. He's doing a show. So you never know.
Yo, if you ever do make that leap,
Wow.
bro, hit us up and we'll definitely stream with you on any topic, man.
Absolutely.
This is
Word
good
up.
stuff.
I freaking
Yeah, man.
You
I
sound a
just-
little. You sound younger-ish.
Yeah,
What's
we're talking
how
about
old are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm 19.
Oh,
No shit.
motherfucking
I live
shit.
with my grandma.
Damn.
Live with
Dude.
my grandma right now,
Damn,
and I
shout
just-
out to this kid, yo. Mike,
Whoa.
the 19-year-old. I love it. Damn.
Okay, now we gotta find out. We gotta peel. Oh, someone's running low. Oh, that's yours. I thought my
battery close, Steve.
That's me, baby.
The laptop battery. Yeah,
We're
plug
good.
that shit in.
We're good. We're plugged in.
Oh, dang.
So we gotta peel this onion. So what things do you agree with and disagree with? Are you on board with ME or whatever we call that?
Oh, heck, dude. First of all, shout out to Brian for introducing me to that topic. I was like, I looked into it, and then I started going crazy on my grandma, showing her like Forrest Gump and the one that got her, the Publishers Clearinghouse, Ed McMahon,
Yeah.
giving those
Yeah.
people $1 million checks. That's crazy. But then my grandma's like, I don't know, like the word to describe her would be like, I don't know. She's just not one of the ones who is meant to understand it.
Yeah.
Like,
Or at least not yet. At least not yet, for sure.
But it's like it's cool seeing the reaction from them.
So what's it like being 19 and going through this? I know my kids are, this world is upside down, but so now
dude,
you're seeing all these things differently than the rest of the world. Does
fine.
anyone want to be near you?
It's absolutely horrible. No, nobody. I got dumped by my girlfriend last week, or not last month, and her reason
my fault?
cited was
Fuck.
It was.
for family to COVID-19.
Oh,
After we've
shit.
been together for a year, and the whole year I was spouting nonstop at her. I was like, "Yo, COVID doesn't even exist." The whole year.
Oh man.
And then I think that was just like a sign that I had to learn how to be by myself. And now I'm just I found a new job. I'm working at a barbecue restaurant.
hell yeah.
Put meat on the smoker and trim briskets and stuff. And I'm just
Hey,
working out. Other than that, I'm
Can't
trying to
beat
get
that, man.
buff. I'm trying to get big and strong.
that's what we're gonna need, yo. Honestly, I feel in the next couple of years is just a bunch of young kids, my age, your age, even younger, to just wake up and take action upon it. Even if it's like building yourself up for something that may come. You're still in the right, man. I fuck with it, dude. I love this. What you don't mind me asking, what part of the country are you from, man?
I live in Michigan.
You live in Michigan,
Right
all
in the midst of Sheepville, like, cause I'm in the capital, Lansing. It's a big city, but it's absolute Sheepville, and it's hilarious. Like you go to one Meijer that's near me, and like 90% of people are wearing a mask. And then I go to one like towards like the outskirts of town.
Nothing.
Nobody has a mask on.
That's how it is everywhere,
Same,
man.
same deal in Mass, bro.
Worst
Yep.
energy and the worst vibe, dude. That's the
Satan is the
Yeah.
author of confusion, so nobody even knows what to do, even if you believe in all this nonsense.
That's how it's like on the towns that are
Exactly.
like on the outside of Springfield where I live, you know, like if you're right outside of the town, they don't know what to do. Half of them are, half of them aren't, but you go like 10, 15 minutes, you know, 10 miles down the road, they're all set, you know, they're in the woods with their guns, no
Mhm.
face coverings, they're good
Yeah,
to
that's
go.
what I want to look into. Like I've been looking into ways to become more self-sustainable. That's my main goal. Is like to not need the external reliance. And I really I do again thank Ceilings Man for this. Is chicken coop videos and stuff.
For real?
Lives with my grandma, my family. They have chickens. Not too many. We had 4, but now we have 2. It's not,
I tell you,
even more-
man, I'm living a
really
completely different life than I did just a few years ago. I knew nothing about chickens, and now we've had them a few years. And honestly, the hardest part about chickens was building the coop, because after that, they're pretty self-sufficient. You got to clean it out like I did every once in a while, and just give them love
But
and
again,
food.
that's great fertilizer.
Yeah. And then you turn that into mulch and fertilizer. Exactly. So it's like, it's, you know, when you start thinking about wherever we live and, you know, wherever shape it is, I believe in a firmament, and it could go all the way around and there's your ball, because they say energy never leaves. It just keeps recycling. And so if the chicken poops, and then I turn that into the fertilizer, and then I grow a plant out of it, and then I feed that to the chicken, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It never stops. It's
That's
such a
it.
great place.
And then then the byproduct you get eggs.
Right.
And then
Right. It's a symbiotic relationship, right?
Look at
Because they feed me at the same time.
exactly. Us humans, we're naturally in a symbiotic relationship with this planet, but that's what all these is. I don't even know what to call them anymore. The Illuminati, the bad guys, whatever.
Well, look at it this way. I mean, here's a thought. I mean, I don't know if you already have this one, but so like if you take whoever's in charge of this, say the fallen ones that have this technology, the more technology they give us, the less we have to do for ourselves. And trust me, I'm guilty of it. I've got an iPhone and all this other garbage and stuff you're watching me on. And you know, you get in your car and you put in the GPS. You no longer have to think where to go. You want to dial your friend, you hit number 2 or a picture. You don't remember numbers. So the more the technology gets advanced, the less we do for ourselves. That's the world that they want for us. They want to control us so we have no way of learning how to live on our own. And our next generation of children won't even know how to cook, probably. And so like you're getting to the point where you have to somehow cut away from that and say no. And that's like the hardest thing. So I get it. Even myself trying to get off the system. I mean, I'm farther than I ever have been, but I'm still not even close, you know? But that's the idea.
My version.
The more they take away the ideas and thoughts and how to do these things, the more that we get reliant on them. So that's it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they want. Yeah. I'll start thinking about that more proactively, because I think about that stuff, but I hate it how I pretty much just have to go into like sheep mode pretty much, you know, for my day-to-day life. So I don't, again, majority of people, if you talk to me for more than 5 minutes straight, I'll say something about the earth being flat. Like
they're gone, bro.
It's like you cut a giant fart, everyone clears out.
Yeah, they hate that one.
Oh, they usually don't handle it. They don't handle it.
Well, you know what I found? If you want to do your own little protest, so like we didn't put any political things on our car, but I put a sticker, you can make them up online, that said something like, you know, are we still believing in the moon landing or something like that? And so people wouldn't get mad. You'd either be laughing, shaking their heads like, how did a retarded person drive a car? Or, you know, they never get mad. Then once in a while, you get someone that's really happy. And one guy on a ferry actually started talking to us about it. So you never know how the conversations will start.
That's awesome.
Yeah, email him
Yeah,
and
yeah.
myself, any of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Mike,
like, yeah,
I just put
exactly.
my
You can
email.
you can piss some people off, confuse them, or if you like wake up one person out of the thousands you that see that, then you won. Like,
Yeah.
That's the right
that-
attitude,
Change the
brother.
person's life,
100%.
and
Yeah.
I like I don't have any of my high school friends either. Like, or
Yeah.
except like two, pretty much. They all like, you're crazy. Don't want to associate with me.
Well, that
anymore.
means you're doing something right, because that's how all of us are.
True that. And that was all right. So this last like year for me has been really crazy. So my buddy, his parents, he's 8. I think he turned 19, but he was 17 when this happened. His parents said they were going to kick him out because he wasn't going to get the COVID vaccine. And I somehow convinced my parents. We had like 6 people in our house, 4 dogs, 6 cats. Now we have 9. But I cleaned out my room and convinced them to let him move in. And I don't know if I should say this, but I do not do it anymore. But we took some LSD and went to Walmart.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Why would you go there? Nice. Go out and-
There's something worse to do.
Oh
Right
my
now.
God! Didn't you see the
Are you
Jim Morrison
okay?
movie, The Lizard King? You're supposed to be out in the woods or the wilderness. Come on.
So
No,
you took
it's
LSD
worse.
and went to
I
Walmart
worked
by
at Walmart.
choice during COVID?
You
I
worked
at
out.
Walmart overnights for a year.
That's
Oh,
not
it's
helping.
worse
It doesn't
than
matter.
life.
Why would you go there on?
Because all right,
All right.
I wanted to, like, we were going grocery shopping. And I was going through, and he was like grabbing stuff, and I was like, dude, read the ingredient list. And I had him tripping out, like, about all the poison in the food and the modified cornstarch making you infertile and all that shit, and like the carrageenan giving you tumors and all that stuff. And I swear to you, to this day, that guy will only eat organic food.
Good.
So that's all it takes. You got to be on LSD and go to Walmart, and you'll be on organic.
Successful trip.
Read some labels. Yeah. I mean, shit.
It's crazy.
Fuck it. That's a good trip, in
Oh
my
my
opinion.
God. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I convinced him, but lately I've been having to give up on eating as many like natural. And again, I'm eating pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I eat like whole food, whole proteins, and I've even been like lowering my vegetable intake just a tiny teensy bit, seeing how it affects me. Replacing it with more animal protein, which I mean like steaks pretty much. But
You know what I find? The people that are more awake to the stuff we talk about have most likely a better diet. Not saying we're perfect by any means, but we're trying. And so I do believe that helps.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like any fast food. The only like real fast food I like, my only cheat meal is at this place I work now. When I'm trimming up the ribs, sometimes the ribs will have like a little dangle of meat hanging off the side, and I cut it off. And I'm like, let's say I'm doing 30 ribs. I'll get like a little bucket of rib bits, then I fry it up and wrap it in a burrito, and it's like the best.
Oh my God, it sounds amazing.
Sounds like the best cheat day ever.
Yeah, it's so good. I put some barbecue sauce on it. Oh my God, it's so good. And no one even cares. Like I just waltz into their kitchen, dump it in the fryer, heat up a burrito. Like, oh man, it's amazing.
All right, when are you making another one? We'll be over.
Yeah, I'm catching the first class
You
flight
you
to
at
Michigan.
19.
Oh no, it's my exclusive thing. My manager was telling me that I should recommend it to put on the menu, and I was like, oh no, this is for me.
You sound like me, yo. I love it.
All right, go ahead. Brian's got questions. Sorry.
You said you were 19?
Yep.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know it's stupid.
So,
I feel so much older.
I was gonna
Well,
say you
obviously
probably
I know.
like me. You probably feel
My
like you're
dad's really the one
65.
that
What was your first Mandela effect?
My
You said
dad was-
Brian showed you. What was the first thing that got you going?
Like, with what? With like with the
Mandela.
Emmy, or
Yeah.
just in general, me being awake to
Well, actually,
the
yeah.
reality of this.
We'll go with the
reality.
latter first. We'll go with the reality,
Uh,
the latter.
It was my dad. My dad really, he was way into that QAnon thing when it first started up in like 2017. He was following the drops, and like he was doing the research and all that shit, connecting the dots and following the money. But my dad had he has believed, well, not believed, but known that the Earth is a flat plane since 2004.
Wow, that's like my buddy's dad.
And
Wow.
yeah, I can only imagine how many people think he's crazy, because he doesn't talk about it too much publicly, but how he got me to like wake up, to like snap out of the bullshit. I remember it because in high school I loved physics class. Physics was so interesting because I felt like it actually applied to the real world. And we were talking about planets and orbital velocity and gravitational force and all that stuff. And then I got home from school one day, and I was talking to my dad about it, and he was like, gravity doesn't exist and the Earth is flat. And I was like,
Wow.
what? You know, I called him crazy and all the usual thing. But he was like, I've heard that hundreds of times. Go look it up. That's what he told me. He told me, go look it up. And son of a gun, I did. And it's all downhill from there, or uphill, depending on how you look.
Right?
Actually, let's say it's uphill, though.
We're gonna, yeah, I was gonna say we're
Like,
gonna
being
call it
aware of
uphill,
everything.
man. Yeah, you're on the journey, bro, and it's just awesome to hear. Like, I've honestly lost faith in people under the generation I'm in, but it's glad to hear that. I mean, you said you're 19, and hopefully there's a handful more like you out there. I know there has to be, but it's just
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because they're waiting for all of us to kick it, at least myself and that old guy Brian. But it's nice to see a new generation coming
exactly. Become wiser with age. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm making sure to learn from my mistakes and to like consciously just go through my life in a conscious way, like not just going through the motion.
Yep.
Repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result, is technically classified as it's
madness.
Is it madness? It's either that. It's some sort of psychological disorder, and I mean,
I think
people do the same.
It's called, the saying that I've heard is, the definition of stupid is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah.
But again, that's why I've been.
Insanity.
This is my
Definition
first
of
week
insanity.
I've been in the gym. For like, I played sports in high school and all that, but I have been just punishing myself physically. I'm finally at that point after getting over the relationship where I'm not sad anymore. I'm freaking pissed. I'm just mad about it, and I'm taking it out in the weight room. Like it's freaking great. And I don't know.
I had a meme that I've had. I don't know if I could find it right now, but it showed all the different what do you call it, emotions that you go through on this process, from like being disgusted at some of it to being angry to being sad. It's like all these different emotions. You'll feel every one of them, and if you've been doing this and you're that young, wow, it's going to be tough, because it's tough for all of us. I've had this discussion with multiple people. What is the quote right age to wake up to the lies of the world? And there isn't one, because when I used to talk with my father and I talk with my mom, and they're up there in years, they just wanted to just like, check out of this planet the way it was, the fakeness of the world. And so then you talk to people my age, I'm like, I remember it the old way. I hate the new way. And then people like yourself and Steve, they're like, I didn't even get to enjoy the old world that you guys talk about. You know what I mean? It sucks.
Yeah, we just know the new way. That's how my grandma, she has kidney problems. Her kidneys, in fact, like they don't work anymore, and she has to go to dialysis 3 times a week. and like I drive her whenever I can, but you know sometimes I gotta go to work.
Right.
She can do a little bit herself, but she literally gets wasted every single night. Like she drinks, gets drunk every single night. And I've actually had some pretty deep conversations with her, talking about her childhood and how she grew up. And she admitted that she had been living her entire life in survival mode. And I had like some sort of like a little bit of an epiphany. I was like, wow, that's how my mom is. And it's like talking to my grandma. She raised
Sorry.
all age, and yeah,
It's a trip,
crazy.
man. It's an
Like
absolute
getting
trip.
a different viewpoint on it. And she really like a few I really like I call it transvestigation, where you know like all the celebrities and all those people who are not the biological sex they present themselves as. I always go up to her and I'm like, yo, Michelle Obama is Big Mike. And
Big Mike?
and
So
there's so
Big,
many.
Big Mike, man. You gotta love Big Mike.
Big Mike. Hey, Brian, do you want to ask him your Mandela things that you always do?
Huh? No,
You
we're
don't do
good.
it? Oh, okay. Sorry.
What do you mean?
Well, like, what's your biggest one, and what was your first?
Just
You know
let them
that.
tell the story, man. We're fine. You can ask
Oh,
them.
my biggest. All right. My biggest Mandela effect. Definitely. This one is kind of lame, but for me, it's not. Caesarland, because I look like Caesar. The word Caesar.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
a big
A
one
and the
for me
E
because now it's
switching.
Caesar. It's flipped.
That one really messed with me, because that was when I was like real young, like 4 through 7. My favorite place to go in the whole entire world was Caesarland. It was like a Little Caesars, but like it was like can't even describe it. Like you know, McDonald's has the play places.
Yeah.
It was like a massive play place. You could eat pizza there and like chill. And I had
Sorry.
stuff. And I specifically remember I had like an affinity for Little Caesars pizza because of Caesarland. And I remember when I was a kid, we were always driving, and I would always point out the Little Caesars restaurants. And I specifically remember it being spelled CEASE or AR or whatever. And it just messed with me for the life. Like it'll never look right. Never ever look right.
No, that one's crazy.
Brian,
me, man.
you made me laugh. You're like Cesar.
Well,
Cesar.
yeah, man. Cesar,
looks dumb.
pass. I mean, all these words. Macintosh apples. I mean, what the fuck, man? You know about that one, right? Macintosh apples never existed. Have you heard this?
Hass avocado.
Yeah.
That was a good.
Oh shit, man.
That's good stuff.
All right, brother. Hey, listen,
man.
great call, but we're gonna let somebody else ring in. But awesome stuff, man.
Yeah. And
All right.
I put my
appreciate it.
email in the
Oh, yeah.
chat for you, brother. All right. I'm gonna shoot me an email. It's gonna be on the screen for you. Okay.
Or I mean, yep, I will. I'm watching. It's funny. I'm watching the stream through my Xbox, but
Yeah, you're on a delay.
I'll go in.
Yeah, it'll
through my
pop
phone, and I'll go in through my phone, and I'll
And please give us the pleasure of calling in. We need to check in on this generation and see how they're doing, and your fascinating stories.
I'll hawk you guys down. I'll hawk
Hell
your
yeah.
streams down.
Where do you live?
Definitely
What state or city? What state do you live?
Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
Right between us, ceiling fan.
Right.
There you go. Cool. All right, brother. Thank you.
All right. Good stuff, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Great call.
That's encouraging to hear someone 19 figuring this out.
That was like
something soon. So I don't know. You would take another one, and then maybe we'll wind it down.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm getting hungry too. One more, and we should be good.
Okay,
We've done like 3 or 4 already.
These are some great calls.
Yeah,
Way better than the ones that are on Brian's show.
Oh,
It's my phone, motherfucker. Whose phone are they calling?
I'm just
And who's answering?
just calm down over there, Stavely with 2 E's. Yeah,
Wow.
Karen. Yeah.
Okay, Dick.
Oh, here we're gonna go there.
Sure, I didn't name you Dick.
And no one else did either. My name's Richard, you dick. Okay, someone call at 978-435-0006. Give him a ring dong Dutchie on whatever freaking the name of this show is that Steve doesn't even know. Yes, there we go.
Steve, you got to give us a name and make me sound dumb. I'll just answer the phone to make you say something if you don't give me a name for the show right now.
He keeps changing it.
Oh shit, man! Peeling the onion. How's that?
I don't really.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah.
Go for it, Brian.
Oh,
US.
boy. It's unknown. It's unknown. You want me to give unknown a whirl or no?
No.
Nah.
No. Sorry.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah. Call from your real number, please.
Yeah. Well, we have time to come up with another name of the show besides peeling the onion. I like peeling the onion.
I thought it was good. You
answer the fucking phone.
I can't answer your phone, you creep.
Right. Yeah, you can. Ready? Go.
Peeling the onion with Steve JMO. Oh,
yes, this is the Jackwagon Free Zone.
Awesome.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's.
Is this the person that regularly co-hosts on this show but doesn't even have a fucking wrench in the chat? Oh, I think it is.
That would be me. Yes.
As by the way, Steve didn't have one in yours on your show. I made a comment about that.
Hey.
Oh well, we're even then. So what's going on, guys? I'm kind of late to the show. That was a really good call.
Wasn't it?
I thought that.
Yeah, I was on my
call.
channel and we talked about a lot of shit, and then we came over here and took calls.
Yeah, you're more than kind of late,
I
Jen.
tell you, I was at the gun store today, and there was a shit ton of people there buying guns. It was actually pretty cool.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sure you guys don't want to talk about that stuff, but yeah, I just figured I'd call in and say hi, tell you guys you're doing a great job. I like seeing the three of you on camera together, and give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, and I love you guys.
Awesome.
How was the rest of your birthday, by the way?
Oh, what's that?
How was the rest of your birthday?
Oh, it was good. It was good.
Had a good
evening?
Basically
just chilling out, nice and quiet.
That's a good day. No jackwagon shit.
Yeah.
Fuck
No jackwagon
Jaguars.
bullshit to deal with. At least not today, anyway, or yesterday. It's been a pretty quiet weekend. I'm doing a
Those
show
are the
tomorrow,
best.
though, at 6 p.m. My time, Central Time, with Shapu. So, guys, check out your notifications. Make sure you got it. It's going to be on TTS 69.
Awesome.
Yeah, check your local listings,
Anyway.
guys. It's gonna be a blowout show, probably in a good way.
Right.
In a good way.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
yeah.
going to talk about the vitrified fortifications in Europe.
Okay.
These,
I've been really-
fortifications that have melted fused brick, and a lot of the brick, some of it in areas have turned to glass.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
we were
gonna be
just reiterating a lot of the World's Fair stuff today, Jen, and yeah, check out the stream on Brian's that we did before. We just pretty much just did further just analysis on the whole situation and threw out a couple new theories and whatnot. So definitely give that just a
Okay.
re-listen, if anything, because I mean all the photos and videos I believe you should have seen already, but definitely check out what we were chatting about.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll check it out. Yeah, I was out all day today. It took forever in this gun store that we were at to do the background checks and everybody that was in front of us and stuff. And it was funny because it's not funny, but we were in there like about 5 minutes, and all of a sudden we hear something sound like it fell over up front in the front of the store. And we're in the back of the store looking at handguns, and the girl's like, "What happened? What fell over?" Well, here it was a new cashier that they had. Some young girl just fell out behind the counter. They don't even know what was wrong with her. John's like, I hope she didn't get the jab. But
God.
yeah, so she just fell out. Nobody knows what was wrong with her. The EMTs came and took her away. At that point, I just
Wow.
dipped out.
went and got some breakfast and came back because they already had my gun on hold, and I just had to get the background check done, and it was going to be like probably even longer of a wait, like 2 hours, 3 hours, with this whole thing occurring with this girl dropping out. So it was like an all-day thing at the gun store today.
Wow, interesting day.
Yeah, she was young too. I think they said she was like around 19, 20 years old. So I don't know what could have been wrong with her, but who knows these days? Dropping like flies.
Mm.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to say hi real quick and tell you guys I love you.
Love you
we
too,
love
Jen.
you too,
Thanks
Jen.
for calling in. We'll definitely check
No
you out
problem.
tomorrow.
I'll talk to you later.
Sounds
All
good,
right.
Jen. Thank you.
And we will
Right.
close it down. Steve, you want to wind us on out of here so I can go eat?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's about top of the hour now, so we can definitely start filing out of here. It's been a great little show for call-ins. Thanks for sending all those people earlier from your stream, Brian. I think we've maxed out. We were at like 540 to start the show. We're well over 600 subscribers now in the backup, and we're gonna be hanging out here for the next couple weeks, guys. Because like I said, I got my I got a copyright strike, and they hit me with a hate speech strike or whatever, something on an old video. Must not have been talking too fond of them, but you know how that works. And if anyone would like to make donations, the PayPal link is in the chat. And like I said before, I will be missing more work than usual, so anything does help. But with that being said, do you guys have anything to throw on the plate before we get out of here?
No, I don't. I just say if anybody missed it, check out the show we did on my channel that led up to this, and we definitely shown some stuff that a lot of you guys seen, but we had some conversation that you guys haven't heard, and I threw some theories in there, kind of tying some of this stuff to Mandela effect and some other things. So I think it's definitely worth going back and listening if you didn't hear it. Other than that, I just know I'll be live with Karen on Thursday, but today's Saturday, so obviously you'll see me before then, and then I'm going on vacation for a week. So when I get back, I'll be taking some time off after Thursday, like a week and a half off at least.
Sounds good, Brian. Do your thing. Ceiling fan, are we linking up tomorrow night possibly? I know.
Yeah,
Jen,
let's look. Jen just announced her thing, so we'll have to coordinate. We'll try to get after. Maybe we'll go later time, like 7 my time, if you could do that.
what's that for me? Is that
That's
10?
like 10. Is that getting too late?
10 will be okay. No, because I was
Okay.
going to say, even if I hop on with her and that around like 9-ish, because it'd probably be, she said, what, 6 her time?
Yeah, I think
So
so.
that-
Yeah,
that'd
like
be
4.
7
or-
So that'd be
We're
7
all over.
my time. And if we go 2 hours, a little bit more, 9.5. Yeah, we could. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So
Okay, well, if you think you could bounce out of there, and we'll try to plan it so we get. I think she was going at like 4 her time, which is whatever it is yours. And if we went 7 my time, that's a 3-hour buffer. So
yeah,
maybe that'll work.
I'll
I hate
def-
stepping on people.
No, you're good, and I'll actually use that to catapult some of the people over there to our
Okay.
chat. We can
All right, then you and I will connect as far as what we're gonna do on that day, but I'll go ahead and I'll make a little show. So if you guys, I'll throw, or someone already probably has, put me in the chat too, and then we'll do that tomorrow. We do a show. We just break down a Bible passage that we choose, and then my regular show's Friday. So, but other than that, I'll see you guys on the playground.
Sounds good, man. We're gonna get on out of here. I'm not gonna do we're not going to do an outro, but we're just going to end it right here. Thank you guys for coming. Everyone in the chat, you guys are the best. Couple of people who did donate, thank you so much. Heather Phillips, I just got your recent one. And with that being said,